All right, we are good to go. We're going to be going over steps to success tonight, going over the basics of Ruby and Emerald. So we're not going to go like super deep into like actually charting for the rank, but I do just want to talk a little bit about the ranks because right now there's some just like huge bonuses on the line right now for those. And then if we have time, because I don't want to keep this too long, if we have time, I do want to talk about just KPIs as well. So key performance indicators, which I know some of you know what that is. Some of you don't know what that is, and that's totally okay. We're going to go over it. So if you, most of you guys know me, all of you guys know me really, but just in case, I'm Shelby Sutton. I'm your presidential upline, and I'm just so happy that you guys are here because it just means that we're ready to go. We're ready to run in 2021, and everyone that's on here or is going to be watching the recording to this has said to me like, yes, I'm ready to go. Let's do this. And so this is a special Zoom for you guys. Like this wasn't opened up to the entire team of thousands of distributors. This is just for you guys because you're the ones that said, yes, you're the ones that said, I want to make 2021 my year, my biggest year yet. So with that being said, I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go right into steps to success. Okay, so steps to success. Let's see if I can shrink this down a little bit. How do I do that? I don't even know. I'm just gonna, can you guys see this okay? I know it's like kind of big. I don't know how to shrink it. Sometimes I know how to do stuff, sometimes I don't. That's okay. We'll just go with this. So our steps to success is our roadmap. It's what our goal is, each and every one of us. It's what our goal is every single month. So that's super important to understand, especially if you're new, that this is every single month. So tomorrow night after the ball drops, you're going to be, that's why I wanted you to print this out yesterday, because you're going to be starting fresh with a brand new steps to success on January 1st. And what our steps to success is, oh, Stephanie just asked, what is the meeting ID? She should have just been, can someone just put in the chat that she should just be able to click the link and it should just let her in? Because I didn't create a meeting ID for this one. But I'm just going to keep rolling because I don't want to I'll get very confused if I'm trying to do 4 things at once. So steps to success, we do this every single month, every single one of us. This is our goal. So your very first step, well, first of all, let me back up. There's 3 steps. That's it. There's only 3. And the first step is making sure that you get yourself commission qualified. There's 2 ways to get commission qualified, and you need to get commission qualified every single month. I know I've already said that like 3 times that our steps to success is a monthly thing, but I just want to make sure that everyone really, really understands that every month we do these 3 steps. So the first step is making sure you're commission qualified. There's 2 ways that you can get commission qualified each month. One way, and my personal recommendation, is to run an 80 BV auto shipment, so at least 80 BV in an auto shipment by the 25th of the month. So I'm just gonna like lay it out there for you. By January 25th, you wanna have an auto shipment run of at least 80 BV. And you can set this up in your eSuite. You'll go to eSuite.itworks.com. You'll log in with your information. You'll click auto ship up at the top. And that's where you can add in whatever you want to your cart. And you can set the date that it's going to run by. Just make sure that it runs no later than the 25th. Okay. And 80 BV is typically around 2 to 3 products. And I want you guys, like, this is fresh year, fresh start, maybe fresh mindset for some of y'all. Some of you are newer, so you're like, this is all new to you and it's exciting. But for some of you, you may have old mindsets about the auto shipment. It may feel like a bill or a burden or whatever. I want you guys to go into 2021 being excited about your auto shipment, because there's a few reasons why. One, you're going to have product that you can personally be using so that you can be sharing your results with everyone else. When you're getting results and sharing them with others, people are going to flock to you and they're going to want to try these products too. So it's just a way to pull in new customers, honestly, and even new distributors. Also, it's a way for you to get personal results so you can be confident and be feeling and looking better. Also, it's going to guarantee you your commission for that month. There's a couple of people in the waiting room, so let me just add them real quick. Okay. Okay. So that's why auto shipment is so important. It's going to guarantee you your paycheck, which we all want. That's what we're all here for, right? Is that money, honey. So you want to make sure that you're getting commission qualified. You're also going to get those results. You're going to be a product of the product. When you share those results, you're going to get customers from that. My business always booms the most when I have new, before and afters that are mine that I can share. And so this is a little side note from the steps to success, but I honestly think that if all of you could work on your own before and after, your own personal before and afters, you can go to the Connect app and submit your before and your after picture. If you have your own that you can share in 2021, I promise you it's going to explode your business, because anytime I've had mine, anytime I've worked on myself and showed people the products really work, I've always ranked up, always. So definitely recommend you doing that. But anyways, so that's one way that you can get commission qualified. Another thing I heard last night actually that I really loved is it's 3 products is typically right around $100, right? So you're basically paying $100 monthly. You're committing to paying $100 for all the reasons I already said, but also, like, who wouldn't want to make $1,000 if it meant spending 100? You know what I mean? Like, raise your hand, or better yet, drop a 1 in the chats if you want to make $1,000 a month. Some of you might want to make way more than $1,000 a month, and that's great. I'm no problems there. Like, yes, let's go. But if you want to make at least $1,000 a month, I want you to know that it's so important that you're committing to your business by running this auto shipment. So I'm not saying you have to, because that's not my place to tell you you have to do this, because I'm not your boss. But what I'm saying is this is the way that I recommend for you, and everyone that's here, you're here because you guys want to run in 2021. And so I know all of you are achievers. Okay. So I'm trusting that most of you will do this ADBV auto shipment if you absolutely can. By the way, my chats are not open right now. Because again, I'll get very distracted. So if anybody has a burning question, drop it up in the chats and I'll get back to it, but I can't look at them right now. Now, real quick, the other way that you can get commission qualified instead of the ADBV auto shipment, like if you just absolutely cannot afford that right now, there's another way that you can still earn your paycheck for each month. And that is getting at least 150 in personal bonus volume. And the way that you get 150 in personal bonus volume is any customers that you personally enroll and keep directly below yourself, that all counts towards your personal bonus volume, those customers' orders, and also any orders that you may place. So not necessarily an auto shipment, but let's say tonight you're like, I'm dying to try these gummies. I'm going to go order the gummies tonight. That's 30 BV, the gummies are. So that's 30 towards your 150, which means you need 120 more in personal bonus volume. So your customers' orders to get to that 150. Okay. So that would be like probably anywhere around 3 all the way up to like 8 customers, depending on what they're ordering. Like if your customers are ordering just 30 BV, then that's going to, I'm terrible at math, you guys, but that's going to take right around like 6 customers to reach that 150 mark. So you got to just make sure that every single month you're either running the 80 BV auto shipment by the 25th of that month, which I recommend, or you're making sure that all of your personally enrolled customers, the sum of their orders equals at least 150 PBV. All right. I can see three faces right now: Erica, Ann, and Alanis, right? Alanis. Okay. Shake your head if that makes sense, because you're the only three girls I can see right now. Okay, good. Just want to make sure I'm not like speaking foreign right now. Okay, so we're going to move on. That's step one. Every single month, you guys, every month you have to get commission qualified. So go ahead and do yourself a favor. Go look at your report right now in eSuite. Go to Organization Explorer, and it will show a snapshot of your business for the month. Make sure that it says commission qualified, check, because that means you're going to get paid for December. Don't not get paid this month, okay? You want to make sure you're commission qualified. And if you're not commission qualified yet, it's too late to run your auto shipment, but it's not too late to get the 150 PVV, because you have until the last day, last hour, last minute to get the 150 PVV of the month, okay? So number two is gathering your loyal customers. Now, your loyal customers, your goal with our steps to success is to get at least 6 new customers every single month. 6 new loyal customers every month, okay? And what's great about this is, let's say it's your first month, welcome to the business. I'm gonna get going. I want to earn my shopping spree, and I get all 6 customers. Well, as you guys know, the loyal customer program, they are going to order next month, and then they're going to order the next month after that. And then maybe they'll continue ordering, but they don't have to. After the 3 months, they can turn their auto shipment off if they choose. But here's the great thing. So I'm new. I got my first 6. I got my shopping spree. I'm doing great. And now we roll into January, and all 6 of those customers from December, they all order again because it's part of their agreement, but then I get 6 more. So now I have 12 customers ordering in the month of January. And then February comes, and all 12 of those customers' orders run again, and then I get 6 more. Okay, you guys get where I'm going with this? So now I have 18 customers by March all ordering, and that's when you really start to see your paycheck going up. And 6, that's like bare minimum, you guys. 6 is just the minimum of what we want to get every single month. With these slimming gummies, y'all, I've signed 5 customers today because the gummies are incredible. So like 6 is your goal, but I have no doubt that this group of women can get well over 6 in January. Like absolutely no doubt that you can. Now, moving on, because I think that's pretty self-explanatory, right? Like just go out, get your customers, and we have ways and tips and tricks and trainings for how to get those customers, which I'll go into a little bit if we have time for the KPIs, but I'm not going to do it right now. I just want you guys to understand the steps to success and how important it is and how it's such a building block for you to go Ruby and then Emerald. So that's where we're going to go down to step 3. And step 3 is finding 3 new people who want to join your team every single month. 3 people who want to make money just like you're making money. 3 people who want to pay off debt. 3 people that want to travel more, even though traveling is kind of like right now. 3 people that want to pay for their Christmas debt. 3 people that want to pay for their college tuition. 3 people that want to stay home with their baby and they don't want to have to go back to work in 6 weeks or 8 weeks or whatever maternity leave is these days. These are the people, these are the people you're looking for. And again, tons of trainings on how to find these people, how to talk to these people, how to enroll these people, how to train these people. Like, don't let any of that hold you back from signing new distributors. Just know my goal is at least 3 every single month, and come hell or high water, I'm going to sign 3 new distributors every single month. I promise you guys that the majority of signing distributors is mindset. And again, I'm just looking at these same three faces right here. And I truly think that Erica can like raise her hand and say that that's absolutely true, because she just started signing distributors in her business. And it's because she's been working so hard on herself and on her self-development. And now the gates have opened, you know what I mean? Like, let them in, and they're coming in. So so much of it is mindset. So if you're watching this right now and the first thing, I'm not going to make you drop a 2 in the chats or anything, but if the first thing you thought when I said every single month we sign 3 distributors, if you thought, oh no, I don't think I can do that, you need to change your mindset. You need to tell yourself that you can and that you will, and that 3 is easy, that you will find 3 people that need this right away. And then the rest of the month is cake, because everything else that comes in is extra on top of those 3 that you know you can get and that you will get. And I hate to use the word get because that's yucky. Like, we're changing people's lives here. So find the people whose lives you can change and then welcome them in. Do not overcomplicate this, you guys. When you overcomplicate it, you're going to get in your head, and people can feel that, and they're going to sense that, and they're going to go to the person that's just excited and not the person that's like overthinking everything. Okay. So don't let this get in your head. It's simple. It's fun, you guys. Like, we're having fun out there. And now the last thing with the steps to success that is so important is, when you enroll those 3 distributors, you're going to teach them these same 3 steps, because everyone needs to know about the steps to success. Because if you know these 3 things, this is all it takes to be truly successful in this business. It's a compound effect. It grows and grows and grows. So just like I was talking about your customers going from 6 to 12 to 18, and then keep growing from there and there and there. And of course, some are going to drop off, but some are going to, like, some more will jump on. And some of those ones that dropped off, maybe something like the gummies comes out and they're like, me, I want to order. I had a customer today who is not on auto shipment, but she ordered 3, she did two pick 3. So she got 3 jars of gummies and 3 bags of Skinny Brew, because she doesn't always order, but when she does, she's still a very loyal customer. So, you know, some will drop off, some you'll never hear from again, some you'll hear from every new product, you know, like, you never know, but you're always wanting to grow your customers and create that compound effect. But same thing goes for distributors. If your first month is December and you get 3 new distributors this month and you teach them these same steps, then that means next month you're going to get 3 new distributors. So now you have 6, but the 3 from last month are going to get 3. So now you have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 new distributors on your team in 1 month, if everybody's signing their 3 distributors. Now, hear me out. That's, of course, like in an ideal, beautiful world, like, it doesn't always happen. And our steps to success are, of course, a goal. So that's like ideal, right? And sometimes it will happen, and it's a beautiful thing. And sometimes you'll go on a run for months at a time where your team is just like killing it and everyone's doing so great. Other months, you'll enroll 3 distributors. One of them will do, you know, she's trucking along. She got her 6 LCs, and the other 2 fall off the face of the earth. So don't get discouraged if some distributors just don't work out, because that's just life. Okay. Like, that's just how it goes. If it were just easy peasy, rainbows and butterflies, every distributor works and every distributor goes ambassador, then I'd be Black Diamond right now. So like, it takes time. Not all distributors are going to work out, but your job is to just find the ones that really do want this. Okay. And to get those 3 every single month, and to teach them their steps to success. So I am going to open up the chats really quick, if I can figure out how. I always get confused from, oh, here we go. Open the chats, make sure nobody asks me anything, and then I'll move on. Nope, everybody just dropped some 1s in there. Okay, perfect. So if you do have any questions about the steps to success that I may have forgot to mention, or that you're just wondering about, please feel free to drop them in the chats and I'll get back to them. But in the meantime, I'm going to switch on over to our Ruby chart, which our Ruby chart or our ruby rank, I should say, is about, let me see what the actual average is, because I always round up and say 500. Okay, so the average ruby income is $474 a month. And just for some knowledge, because I've been here for 6 years now, and so I kind of know some of the like little insider things, but the way that they come up with these average earnings is actually they take all the rubies in the company, anybody paid as a ruby, and they average it for 6 months time. And then they get that average number. And so $474 is the average monthly income for a ruby, which means some rubies make less and some rubies make much, much more. And so it's an average. So just keep that in mind. And also remember too that Ruby is great. Ruby is so great. And Ruby was one of my favorite promotions because it was my first promotion that I was like, okay, like I can do this, because I was new to this industry. I had no clue what I was doing. I was figuring things out by myself. It was before there was Zoom. Like I was just figuring it out. And when I hit Ruby, I was like, okay, all right, like this is, and that's what I started for and what most of us start for. Like drop a 2 in the chats if you started for that monthly income, like anywhere between $300 and $500, because I think that that's what most people get started for. And then when they see that it's really that they're capable of it, that's when they're like, hold on, I think $2,000 a month would be better. Or I think 4,000 or 6,000 or 8,000 or 10,000 or whatever. So average monthly income for a Ruby is around $474, and that's over a 6-month span. And, you know, Ruby is great. Ruby is a great rank to hit for a couple of reasons, and I'll tell you why. One of those reasons is every single rank beyond Ruby is just more rubies. And so what I mean by that, I'll give you a quick visual and then go back over, is you see Ruby, this is you here, and then you have 3 distributors below you. That's what a Ruby is. It's just 3 distributors below you and some volume. And I'll go a little bit more into that in a sec. But here's Emerald, and you'll see Emerald is just 2 rubies below you. So after you go Ruby, your next rank up is Emerald, and it's just 2 rubies below you, and then 1 extra qualified. We call it a qualified leg. It's just a 3rd leg over here. So that's what I mean by all the ranks build on top of Ruby, because it's just building on rubies. After Emerald comes Diamond, and Diamond is just a few more rubies added on. Okay. So that's why rubies are an amazing rank. 1, because the average monthly income is what most people start for. And 2, because once you go Ruby, now you just got to teach your girls to go Ruby, or guys, and you're going to continue to rank up. And that's one thing I truly love about this business is you rank up when you help others. When you teach them how to do what you just did, their paycheck goes up, and so does yours, because you're ranking up too. So it's really about looking below you and figuring out how you can help those people below you. And when you do that, everyone wins. Okay. So let's go to Ruby really quick. I'm just going to go over the basics of Ruby. So again, this is you in that little red circle right there. And then you need 3 distributors. Okay. So that would be, let's just say if you're just getting started, that would be your sister, your cousin, and your coworker. Like typically your first, I don't want to say typically, but for a lot of people, their first 3 distributors are people that they know, people that are closer to them, people that they can just be like, hey, you, I just started doing this thing. I'm going to make some money. Come do it with me. Like, just try it. And it's $39. And they're like, okay, well, what do I have to lose? So that's why it's like sister, cousin, coworker. Like they're just doing it. Maybe they're just doing it just to support you. Like that's what it was for me. I signed my mom. She was my first distributor. Like my husband was my first distributor. My mom was my second distributor. And then my 3rd distributor was a coworker. So often it's people that you know. Maybe you're like, nope, I don't, no, none of them. I already asked them, or like whatever it is. That's okay. It doesn't have to be people that you know. That's what Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and all the things are for. But that's just how it typically goes. So you want to fill names in these 3 boxes. And I want to challenge you guys to do that now, like tonight, because it's only $39 to get started, and that's going to go away soon. As soon as those 10,000 spots go away that the corporate announced yesterday, as soon as those go away, it goes right back up to $99. And people still join for $99. Don't get me wrong. $99 is a small investment when it comes to completely owning your own business that can potentially make you thousands and thousands a month. But $39 is a steal, especially right now while people are out of work because of COVID, or broke as a joke because of the holidays. Like $39 is a steal. So that's why it's so important to fill your Ruby chart right now, ASAP, like by tomorrow night. And by the way, I did get an answer to your question. It's not a great answer in my opinion, but they don't actually have a tracker for how many of the 10,000 are left. If you go to your Connect app, you'll see a banner in the Connect app, and right now it says less than 10,000 spots left. That's it. That's all they're giving us. And so Josh Parker said that that's going to update every maybe once a day or twice a day. So if we go there tomorrow morning, it might say something else. But I wanted exact. I wanted to be okay, there's 5,046 spots left. No, it's going to be more just a slow, gradual dwindling down of how many spots. So even though I wanted exact, it doesn't matter. It truly doesn't matter. Just get out there, find the people that want this, sign them up for $39 and just go. Don't think about it. Just go. But that is one place that is where you're going to go look to see if you're truly curious about approximately how many are left. Okay, so that's Ruby. Now that's filling your boxes for Ruby, or as we sometimes call it, charting yourself for Ruby or boxing yourself in for Ruby, but volume comes along with that too. So in order for you to actually promote to the rank of Ruby, you need these 3 boxes to have a distributor name in them, and all 3 of those distributors have to have at least 400 in volume. So that's where the loyal customers come in and the sales. And remember, you're that little red circle right there. You have to have an overall group volume of at least 2,000 in sales. So that combines all 3 of these people. So let's say that your sis gets 500 in group volume, and your cousin gets 500 in group volume, and your coworker gets 500 in group volume. That means that last 500 to make up the 2,000 in group volume has to come from somewhere else. So it has to come directly from you with personal customers that you bring in, or let's say sis enrolled her best friend. And so now sis has a distributor under her, and she's signing customers too. So now sis actually has 900 in group volume because she has her volume and the distributor below her. So she's at 900, and your cousin has 500. And then your coworker she signed a distributor too. So what I'm saying here is, as the girls or guys, I keep saying girls, but as the distributors below you start completing their steps to success, remember the thing that I just talked about in the beginning of this, as they start completing their steps to success, your group volume is going to go up. Okay. And that's why it's so important to not only enroll these distributors, but to teach them how to do their steps, because that's how you're going to promote to Ruby. Hopefully that makes sense. Drop something in the chats if you're totally lost. And if you're just a little bit okay, this makes sense, but I just need a second to process it, that's fine. I'm not going to give you guys a test at the end, but I just want you to get an idea of all of it, because this is so important. also right now, if your new distributors that you enroll go Ruby in their first month as a distributor, which I know sounds crazy, but people actually do it all the time. They just jump in. Most people that get there that quickly, it's because that's all they have. They have nothing to lose. They just hit the ground running. They don't sleep. Maybe they sleep, but that, like, they're so laser focused, and they go Ruby in 1 month because they know that they have to. They know it's their only choice. And so some people will go Ruby in 30 days. And those people that do go Ruby in 30 days will earn a $300 Ruby bonus. So that's just something to keep in mind when you are talking to your potentials. It's not, the bonuses right now aren't something that we really want. We can say we have bonuses, but we can't put actual like dollar amounts in our posts. But if you're having a private conversation with a potential distributor, you can say that to them. You can say, look, if you're ready to hit the ground running, it's going to be $39 to get started. And then from there, if you go Ruby, which I'll teach you how to do in 30 days in your first calendar month, you're going to earn $300 right off the bat. And that's a bonus on top of their paycheck as well. So $300 Ruby bonus for your potential distributors coming in. That was extended. All right, so let's move on to Emerald really quickly. So here's Emerald, and this is a monthly average income of just under $1,000 a month. So Emerald is a really sweet rank because $1,000 extra a month, like goodness, who could not use that? I know you guys all dropped those ones in the chat because that would be amazing. It's not quite replacing like a 9-to-5, but that's a solid chunk of change that even if you just put that $1,000 in savings every month for a year, dang, that's a lot of money. You could go get yourself a car or something nice, pay off student loan or something. But here's Emerald. Emerald, this is you in the green circle. So just like I already said, now,
hey, Shelby.
Yeah.
We can't see your screen.
Oh, shoot. Have you not been able to see it the whole time?
Nope.
Seriously?
I can see it.
Maybe it's just Anne. I'm going to stop sharing and then reshare. Maybe that'll help Anne be able to see it. Thank you, Erica. I was like, oh my gosh, are you guys kidding me? That was the whole point of this thing. All right, let me see. How do I share again? I forget. Hold on. Darn it. How do I do it? Oh, share screen down at the bottom. Got it. Okay, Anne, what about now?
Now I see it.
Yay. Okay. Woo. This scared me. I'm sweating over here now. Okay, so Emerald is just like I said. Now, okay, so remember this was your Ruby chart. So ignore everything below these lines. And we're just going to look at these first 3 boxes here. You're building on what you already have. So this is your sister. This is your cousin. This is your coworker, okay? And you went Ruby last month. Congratulations, you're Ruby. And you're teaching your distributors how to go Ruby themselves by doing their Steps of Success. So remember your sister, she signed up her best friend or whoever it was, and she signed up her coworker, and then she signed up her other best friend. So she's got her boxes filled for Ruby, and they're working on volume over here. And then same thing over here for your cousin, okay? So I think you guys get the idea that obviously to rank up to the next levels up, you're gonna need more distributors, you're gonna need more volume. But what's great is it's not just you, it's a team effort. So if you're just teaching these girls how to go Ruby and they go Ruby, then you make sure you get this person to 400, you're gonna go Emerald. You're going to go Emerald. And right now, I can't remember the date, so don't quote me on this because a lot of information got thrown out at us yesterday. I want to say I want to say the end of February. Like we have through February to go Emerald for the first time, and you're going to earn a $5,000 Emerald bonus, that's crazy because that's on top of your Emerald pay. So if you're making on average $900 to $1,000, plus you're getting this $5,000 Emerald bonus, which is paid out over 25 months. So I believe that's $200 a month extra each paycheck for a full 2 years. Then that's going to be $1,200 a month at Emerald. Okay. And that's just the average. So $1,200, that's not a bad gig, right, guys? $1,200 a month. And and for me too, and this took me a little while to realize, so I'm just going to say it to you guys so that maybe you already, this is already you, maybe this is something that you got right away, but it's so special not only to reach that rank yourself of Emerald, but to know that you just helped 2 friends, maybe 2 strangers that are now friends, to start making $500 a month as Ruby. Like, how special is that? And as your team grows, you're helping all these people make this money, and you're being rewarded because of that. Like, it's just, it's the most rewarding feeling to know that you're helping all these people. So as you're growing, make sure that you definitely recognize that and appreciate that, because it's really, really something special to know that, like, yeah, you're here for the money, you're here for the paycheck, but like, you're changing lives, you guys, you're changing lives, and that's really special. So that is Emerald right there for you. Now, I will add, all of you are running for Emerald. Every single one of you. Not one of you on here has reached Emerald yet, and that's okay. That's a good thing, because that means that you get to earn this $5,000 bonus. And one qualification that I just want to make sure I say here, because I don't want anyone to come back and be like, Shelby didn't tell me that. Why didn't she tell me that when we were going over Emerald? Starting January 1st, in order to qualify for the Emerald bonus, you must have 6 personally enrolled loyal customers directly below you that you do not move to anybody else in 2021. And this is, hopefully that made sense. So starting January 1st, you want to gather at least 6 customers that are personally enrolled by you and that you keep directly below you. You do not move them anywhere within your chart. You have to have those 6 to earn the Emerald bonus. You have to have 6 personally enrolled loyal customers starting January 1st, not today or tomorrow. Starting January 1st, you have to have 6 loyal customers in order to earn the Emerald $5,000 bonus. Please drop a 3 in the chats if you heard me just say that 14 times. I said it 14 times because I want it to be so ingrained in your memory. None of you are coming back to me and saying, Shelbs, I went Emerald. Why didn't I get my bonus? And then I go look and you didn't keep 6 customers. You got it? Okay. Now, the tricky part is they did announce the bonus early. Typically, they'd announce the bonuses and we'd be like, okay, let's go get those customers and knock that out and just have it out of the way. Well, there's these 2, actually 3, because they announced it yesterday, these 3 like hairy days where it's like anyone that we enrolled today doesn't count for those 2021 LCs. Okay. So anything that you enroll today or tomorrow, you can move around on your chart if you want to or need to. If you're newer and you're like, what are you talking about moving LCs? Don't even really worry about it right now. If you're newer, you're going to want to be keeping your LCs, especially if you don't have any distributors under you yet. You would have nowhere to move them anyway. So don't focus too much on that. Just make sure that starting January 1st, when we all hit the ground running for Emerald, because we've already boxed ourselves for Ruby. Remember, we're going to box ourselves for Ruby by tomorrow night. When January 1st hits, when that ball drops, we're going to go get 6 LCs. We're going to keep them, and then we're going to keep on building. Okay, got it. So that's Emerald for you guys in a nutshell. It's 9:43 my time. Do you guys have about 10 minutes to go over KPIs, key performance indicators, really quick? Everyone have a couple minutes? Okay, cool. I'm going to go over these pretty quickly because we actually have videos, short, like 5-minute videos that I can tag you in the team page or send to you or whatever. If you're like, Shelby, you went over that way too fast. I have no idea what this stuff is. It's okay. You guys don't have to like have this memorized. I just want to go over it briefly so that you have an idea. All right, so here is our key performance indicators, also just called our daily task list, also called our KPIs. Also, some people call it the 6 list, even though there's more than 6 things on here. Many names for it. Really doesn't matter what it's called. The point is like, if you can do these things every single day, you're gonna do good. You're gonna do good in this business, sister. Like if you can get all these things in, you're gonna do great. So I'm gonna, like I said, quickly go over them. And this is just a checklist. So if it's looking a little overwhelming to you, like it is for me, I get overwhelmed when I see a lot of boxes and random letters and like random things. Like, stop, that's a lot. But it's just a checklist, you guys. So if it's freaking you out, then use your own form of checklist. But the important thing is what is said after each of these numbers, obviously. Okay, so number 1, show yourself making or using a product on Instagram and Facebook. Facts tell, stories sell. This is why that 80 BV auto shipment is so important, so that you have product that you can be making on your stories so that people can see you using the product. I make my coffee on Instagram stories, which moves over to Facebook stories automatically every single day. So everyone on my Instagram and everyone on my Facebook who watches my stories sees me making my coffee. I literally say the same thing every single day. Every day, make my coffee, never fails. Now, you're probably thinking, that's a little monotonous. Like, why are you doing the same thing every day? 2 reasons. One reason is people have to see something at least 7 times consistently before they will actually become interested in it. So if I'm talking about my coffee on Monday, my greens on Tuesday, my gummies on Wednesday, my cleanse on Thursday, my whatever on Friday, and I'm not saying you can't talk about other things, but like, I want to be consistent so that person sees me, and is finally like, I can't see this girl one more time make her coffee without at least asking her about a sample. You know what I mean? So that's one thing. The second thing is, and because this is something that I have to remind myself of, is I'm always adding new followers to my Instagram and my Facebook, which that's going to be one of the things I go over really quick, but I'm always adding new. And so somebody is always going to be day 1 of my coffee story. So even though I've done the same dang coffee story for the last 625 days or whatever it's been, somebody is going to see me for the first time tomorrow. And they're going to need to see me again and again and again and again and again 7 times. Like, that's the average number. It might be more than that. It might be less, to actually reach out to me or to vote in my poll or to swipe up and type coffee sample or whatever I'm at, whatever my call to action is. It's always going to be somebody's day 1. Okay. So pick your product. I don't care what it is. Put it on your auto shipment. Get it in the mail and start taking it and start doing a story every single day. Some people do Facebook Lives. I don't really do those. I like to do the stories. Figure out what works for you. Doesn't matter. Okay, number 2, make a post about your personal story every single day, past, present, future, and blessings. And what this means is you want to share your story with the world. So even if you're new and you feel like you don't really have a quote unquote it works story, like rags to riches, like I was living in my car and now I'm make this $1,200 paycheck a month and I got myself like a sweet new, I can't even think of a cool car, like Tahoe or whatever, like rags to riches, right? Like you went from sleeping in your whoopty to owning a Tahoe. Like, not everybody has that story, and that's okay. Maybe your story is just about what it works is going to do from you. So wherever you are right now, whatever your present is right now, or maybe you're willing to pull in your past right now and talk about how that's going to change because of this business, right? You following me? Or maybe it's even something small like, man, just a few weeks ago, I wasn't even sure how I was going to put gas in my car to get to work. But because of this business, I've already been able to earn enough to fill my tank all the way to the top. And I am so thankful and so blessed because of that. And even though that might seem like small potatoes to somebody that scrolls through, it could seem like the world to somebody else. And that somebody else is somebody that's struggling with that same exact thing. And those are the people you want, the people like you, the people that are dealing with the same things that you're dealing with or dealt with, okay? Find your people. And the way you find your people is by being raw and real and truthful and vulnerable. Do not walk around with your princess tiara on and pretend like you just got your life together, because nobody has their life together, and you're just making people mad when they see that you look like you have your life together. Like, show that you're a hot mess if you are a hot mess, and those people will gravitate towards you. Those are the people who you can truly connect with, right? You guys following me there? So share your story at least once a day. Change it up, like maybe one day it's about filling your gas tank. Maybe one day it's about for some of you who have been in longer, being able to call in sick to work and not having to worry so much about maybe not getting the PTO for that day, or like whatever. I don't even know how that works anymore. I've been out of the 9 to 5 game for a while, but you get the point. Like, change it up, but talk about your story. Talk about how this business is changing your life. Talk about what a blessing this business is, or what a blessing this business will be. And that's the key there. Like, if you're like, nope, I've been in for 14 minutes, like no blessings here, like it's going to happen. Talk about how it's going to happen. Talk about what it's going to do for you. Okay. Number 3, this is just about going to your Facebook friends list and interacting with them. Same thing goes for Instagram. Go interact with them. Okay. This is what I like to call like a hug. If you're in real life, it's like a hug or a high five or saying hello to somebody at the grocery store. This is what you're doing on Facebook and Instagram, interacting with them. Oh my gosh, I love your shoes. Where'd you get them? Your daughter's so cute. How old is she? I have a daughter that looks about her age. Wow, that's beautiful. Where are you at? Like anything, you guys, ask them questions and engage with them, because not only will they like that, they'll get the warm and fuzzies from that, but Facebook and Instagram like it too. So it's going to help your algorithm. They're going to be like, oh, okay, Stephanie just talked to Susie Q on Facebook. So obviously Stephanie and Susie Q are friends. So we're going to make sure that Stephanie's stuff shows up on Susie Q's wall. And so now Susie Q is going to see Stephanie talking about the brand new gummies, and she's going to reach out to Stephanie and say, hey, I see you have these new gummies. Also, she's going to reach out to Stephanie because Stephanie made her feel good, said your daughter is so beautiful. So it's this full circle. You guys following me on this full circle thing? Like the algorithm, the following people, the making them feel good, all of it. It's all a big, beautiful circle. If circles can even be beautiful, I don't know. Okay, so number 5 is share someone's corporate approved pictures. I just want to say right here that this is on the daily task list, and I actually don't do this every single day, and I do not post before and after pictures on my Instagram wall. I absolutely share before and after pictures in my story, but I don't share them on my Instagram wall. Facebook, sometimes I will, but not always. I typically like to put before and afters in my story, because when people are scrolling through their wall, before and afters can look a little bit spammy. But if it's in your story and it's pretty and it goes with the story, so if you're talking about coffee, like, I saw Erica do a really great one today. If you guys want to go look at her story on Facebook, it was just coffee. She was just talking about the coffee. And then she had some really pretty nice, like, corporate approved before and after picture slides that people could see. And then there was a call to action, like swipe up and type coffee if you want my 40% discount or whatever it was. So make sure you're sharing those corporate approved pictures, but above all, make sure you're getting your own corporate approved pictures that you can start sharing, because again, that's how it's gonna blow up. And a lot of times what I'll do too is I'll do like a post on Facebook, like just one of the colorful background ones that's like, um, you know, skinny coffee, skinny coffee has totally changed the game for postpartum mamas or something. Like, that's a little salesy, but I'm just trying to think, I'll put like a little random thing in the actual post with like an arrow pointing down or like the little emoji eyes or whatever, so that they know to go look in the comments, which, by the way, that boosts the algorithm. When someone stops, reads your post, and then goes into the comments of that post, that boosts your algorithm, which means Facebook's going to start sharing it with more people because they see one person was interested enough to stop what they were doing and go read the comments. So then I'll post my before and after picture in the comments. And then I'll say something like, these are my personal results. I lost 45 pounds in 4 months after having my daughter. I'm looking for 20 reviewers, just like the post I gave you guys today. So it was like colorful background, no pictures, no nothing, like nothing to scare people off. It was something to fully attract people, because it was like, I'm in the gummy game now, or whatever, gummy business now. It got people curious, and then they went and looked, and it boosted y'all's algorithm. Okay, so just something like that, and then you can put the before and after picture in the comments. Okay, last 5, and we have 5 minutes. I don't want to keep you guys longer than an hour, so I'm going to bust through these really quick. Message 10 people about the customer option, this is basically just about the products. So there's many different ways that we can do this. One way that you can do that is from a poll that you might have done earlier that day when you did your coffee story or whatever your product was. Maybe you put a poll in there that was like, tell me more or sign me up. And so whatever people clicked, you can reach out to them about the coffee. That's messaging 10 people. Whatever that is. Sometimes I'll straight up message people that liked my post from the other day, and I'll just be like, hey girl, I'm looking for some people that want to try my brand new gummy product, blah, 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 blah. Reach out to them like that. And I can share scripts with you guys. I'll do that tomorrow. I'll share some new scripts with you guys for reaching out to potential customers and potential distributors, because I have some really great scripts that I've been using. Number 7 is reaching out to 20 people about the opportunity, which is the business. Again, I will share a script with you tomorrow morning for number 7. That also can include your host to post. Okay, so number 8 is add a minimum of 25 new friends on Instagram and Facebook from specific areas in which you want to grow your business. So what that means is we always want to be adding new. We need fresh blood. We always need to be adding new people to our social media channels. And I actually try to add more on Instagram. Facebook is a little bit crazier about just adding people, so keep that to about 25. Instagram, I try to do 50 if I can. And one really quick way that you can do that on Instagram is go to people that you already follow. So just go to your timeline or newsfeed or whatever it's called with Instagram, and let's say that Susie Q shows up and her last picture got 100 likes on it. I'll go to those likes, and then I'll like kind of peek at their profiles, and I will send them a follow request and just go down the line and send them a follow request. And then maybe after I send 20 under Susie Q, I'll go to my next person, and she got 130 likes. I'll go to her likes and do the same thing. So that's a quick way to be following people on Instagram. And there's other ways that you can follow people on Instagram, and there's tips for following on Facebook too. I'm not going to go super into that because we're running out of time, but we always want to be growing our network. So important. If I was still relying on my friends and family 6 years later, I would not be a presidential diamond because you're going to run out of your friends and family. You can ask Erica and Ann and anyone else that's been here for longer than 5 or 6 months. Like, you're going to run out of friends and fam. Okay, number 9 is post stories on Instagram and Facebook about coffee samples or anything. This is on here because the person who created this wants you to be able to start making coffee cash, and I completely agree. But I just think it's important to make sure you're getting stories up in general, and you want to make sure it's a nice balance of business and personal, because your story is basically like, you want people to know you and to fall in love with you. Okay, so you can go look at my Instagram story. It's also on my Facebook if you just want to click on my Facebook story for an example of what I mean. So if you go to my story right now, you'll see I started the day making my coffee just like I always do. While I made my coffee, I also talked about the new gummies and getting started for $39 as a distributor. Then we went to Sky Zone today. So I did some fun videos of my kids and my husband just jumping on trampolines and having fun and laughing and being silly. And then I did another one of me talking about, like, thank you so much to all the people who have purchased gummies today. I appreciate your business so much. And then I'll probably do another one before I go to bed about maybe the opportunity or maybe whatever. Like, I just try to mix it up to make sure that I'm not just talking about business all the time, because people don't want to see that. They want to see that you're a real person. You want people to fall in love with you, because when they fall in love with you, fall in love, I just mean like feel a connection with you, because then they're going to be more likely to choose you when they want to sign up as a distributor or a customer than the other person who's selling the same exact stuff. We're both selling the same thing. We both offer the same price. So what makes you stand out over the other It Works distributor that's on this person's newsfeed? You feel me there? So talking about the things that make you who you are. So if Erica like loves music and she has her newborn son, and then she has her other son too, she's a boy mom, like those are all things that make Erica very unique to herself. For me, maybe I'm a twin mom and I have 3 kids. One's a girl, one's a boy. So I'm not all boy mom. Also, I love the outdoors or whatever. Like, I'm just making stuff up. I don't know why I'm having to make stuff up about myself. But the point is like, I'm different than Erica. And so somebody might choose Erica over me because they can relate to her more. But they can't relate to her more if all she's posting is like slides about the coffee all day long. She's mixing it up. She's showing her little baby walking along the furniture for the first time. And like, I see her stories every day. So like, it's that type of thing where they're following everything that she's doing because they can relate to it because they have a baby doing the same thing or whatever makes you share it. Okay. And then last but not least, post 10 haps. Okay. So I'm not going to go into what host to post are. Most of you know and are already doing them. But if you don't know what a hap is, please personally message me. Don't put it in that one chat, the winning chat, because I don't want to blow everybody up with stuff that they might already know. I want to keep that chat very like, here's what we're doing, let's do it. And then it's going to be very like cheering on. So like, I got an LC, I got a distributor, so that it keeps people excited. But if you don't know what host to post is, please let me know and I'll make sure that I tag you in a video or explain it to you. But those are the things that we do every single day. And I know that if you're new here, that looks like a lot of stuff. But once you really turn it into a habit and understand what those things are, set a timer, you can bust this stuff out in an hour to an hour and a half every single day. Like, if you can work your business an hour and a half every single day and be making $1,200 a month, wouldn't it be worth it? Wouldn't it be so worth it? And in the beginning, it's going to feel hard because you're going to be doing all this stuff and you're going to be working an hour and a half every single day. And you're going to feel like you busted your butt. And you might see that first paycheck and be like, dang, I feel like I was working so hard. But that's why it's a compound effect, because your first paycheck most likely is not going to knock your socks off. But if you keep doing these same things consistently every single day, then your paychecks are going to build and build and build and build until you just see that residual income that you came here for. Okay, so make sure you guys stay consistent. Make sure you stay doing these things, even when it feels hard, or even when your last paycheck didn't feel like you earned as much as you should have, because it all builds up. It all builds on top of each other. And we have to have an entrepreneur mindset, not an employee mindset. And what I mean by that is when you first start out, most of us have that employee mindset where we go, we clock in, we work, we clock out. We do that 5 days a week, and we make our paycheck every 2 weeks. And it's the same exact thing every 2 weeks. We know what we're earning. We know that the work that we put in, we're going to earn X amount of dollars. With an entrepreneur mindset, you're going to go to work. You're going to do these things every single day, an hour to an hour and a half every single day. And after those 2 weeks, for us, it's after the 4 weeks because we're paid monthly. Our commission, we're paid monthly. There's other ways to earn weekly, but with the commission, you're going to feel like you did all this work, and you're going to see that paycheck and you're going to be like, dang. Not everybody's going to be like, dang, but some people are going to be like, dang, I felt like I did more. But that's because this is not an employee mindset. It's an entrepreneur mindset. And it's understanding that every month it's going to grow and grow and grow until eventually you're going to surpass what you were making as that employee when you started making more sooner as an employee, but you can never go past that as an employee. As an entrepreneur, as a business owner, you're going to go past that, and then more and more and more and more and more, because that's what entrepreneurs do. We work our buns off in the beginning so that later we don't have to. So it might feel hard at first, you guys, but you have to keep going, and you have to keep going. The only way not to be successful here is to stop, to quit. Okay? So hopefully that lit a fire under your butt. You guys are ready to go. You understand our task list. You understand our steps to success. You have a basic idea of Ruby and Emerald. I'm going to be sharing some scripts with you tomorrow morning in our winning group chat, and tomorrow's going to be a great day. I'm so excited. I want you guys, before you go to bed tonight, to set some goals for tomorrow. Set some big, bold goals for tomorrow. How do you want to end your month, your year? Where do you want to end up tomorrow night when the ball drops and we can say goodbye to 2020 forever? How do you want to end it? Okay. So think of some goals tonight before you go to bed, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow morning. Love you. Bye.